Good morning, thriving warriors. Once again, we don't have the right camera working. But anyway, Alexa, what is the date?
It's Tuesday, December 20th.
Great. And Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 6:17 a.m.
Finally, Alexa, what is the weather?
In Amargosa Valley, it's 36 degrees Fahrenheit with cloudy skies. Today, you can look for mostly sunny weather with a high of 55 degrees and a low of 36 degrees.
Okay, good morning, Greg. Always good to see you here. Always makes me feel good. Greg is on the call. He's one of the busiest guys we've got. Jeff is pretty busy too. Okay, so here we are at Department of Career Services, where our goal is what? To help you get from point A to point B, where B is better. We do it through a series of breadcrumbs, bleep, 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 along the way. This is the first breadcrumb. This podcast is daily podcast. Down below in the description, there are several more breadcrumbs. Links to our online course, link to the motivational video that I used to prepare this. Good morning, Diana. Link to the TED Talk that goes with today's day in our 4-week program. This is week 3, day 2. Seth Godin, The Tribes We Lead, 4-step formula. There are links to the services we provide members: housing, clothing, food, hygiene, transportation, skills training, foundational employment, and career planning. And there is a breadcrumb for the Seth Godin transcript of his 20-plus year daily blog. And then the next breadcrumb is our theme. It's simple. You want to get from point A to point B? It's simple. Good morning, Todd. It's simple. ... Breadcrumb, breadcrumb, breadcrumb. It's simple. You want to get from point A to point B, where B is better. It's simple. Today's daily thought is crawl, walk, run. You have an idea, crawl, just get started. Then once you get started, you improve upon it every day. That is the walk part. And we really need a lighting person here. And then run. That's when you're off and going. Some other memes. What is a meme, Diana? What is a meme? A meme is a thought that spreads from brain to brain. Charlene is on. Charlene is on her way to City Impact. Hopefully, Justin will be there. A meme is an idea that spreads from brain to brain. Now, before we get started, make sure you have your coffee. My hunch is Greg is driving, but he's got a cup of coffee beside him. Have your pen, paper. If you're driving, don't have a pen and paper. If you're not driving, do. Because you need to remember this stuff. And every time you see it, say it, read it, write it, you make another copy in your brain. And from a neuroscience-oriented perspective, repetition is important to building solid neural networks. All righty then. So next our hit parade, Seth Godin's blog. Oh, some of the memes. Yes. Most people live on Someday Isle. That would be written as someday, I-S-L-E, someday Isle. But it really means someday I will. Someday I'll do this. Someday I'll do that. They have a disease called excusitis. This is in the video, the motivational video. Excusitis. The first thing to do, I think it's Jim Rohn says, is vote yourself off the island. No more excuses. Say to yourself, if it's to be, it's up to me. And you can pray for God to give you the strength to actually follow, have the courage of your convictions, to continue to walk the path. If it's to be, it's up to me. Losers make excuses, winners make progress. Crawl, walk, run. Okay, there we go. Next. Seth Godin, we're at 5:03 in, making good progress here. Where's the grid? Grid? Where's the grid? So you should be thinking grid. Where's the grid? What does he mean by grid? Okay. Now you've got my attention. Where's the grid? If you want to review the grocery list to see if you've forgotten anything, alphabetical order is a lousy way to do it. Correct. If anybody's ever tried doing that. Instead, organizing it by course and then by dish creates a grid, and the missing elements will become obvious. So first column would be meal type, like breakfast, lunch, dinner. Next column could be day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The next column could be title, oatmeal. Then the next column could list all of the ingredients that you need for oatmeal, or separate columns for each item. And that way you have a list of everything that you need for oatmeal. And then if you're having eggs on the next day, eggs, sour cream, butter, whatever else, etc. Okay, so instead, organizing it by course and then by dish creates a grid. We default to time in ordinal ordering when we don't bother to imagine a taxonomy that produces a useful grid. If you want to know what's missing, spend time on structuring a useful grid first. Okay, this applies to our life. Okay, what is our grid? Diana, what is our grid? We don't call it a grid, but what is our grid? And when I say grid, I don't mean grit. Okay, our grid could be the table, our four-step or four-legged table, or the four things that are important to us. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. So under physical, you could have 2 rows, fitness and health. What are you going to do for your fitness? Workout, exercise, go for a walk, jog, run, play pickleball, things like that. What about your health? Stop smoking, stop drinking energy drinks, stop chewing tobacco, stop vaping, stop eating at fast food restaurants, stop eating fried food, stop, blah, 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 blah. Stop eating beef, stop eating chicken, stop eating, okay, well, whatever. So then you have that grid. That's physical, fitness and health. Mental, learning and remembering. Okay, what can you do to learn? Coursera, our 4-week course. You can do the stuff in Inc. magazine that we publish. You could do the books the quick study books that we do. Practice memorizing poetry. Do the 4-week course. That's physical. That's physical, mental, emotional. Control your emotions. Practice meditating. If you can't control your emotions, don't worry. Somebody else will, and they will probably take you out of the game. So how do we learn to control our emotions? And then lastly, spiritual. And spiritual is probably the most important thing because it's what's going to pick you up when you get knocked down. And you will get knocked down. The easiest thing to do is start from a perspective of Christianity. Jesus is the Messiah. We're really extremely happy with the lessons from Baraka Church because it's a structured approach to theology as opposed to an inspired approach. And the problem with inspired approaches, if you don't know where you're going, any path will take you there. Okay, we've got 25 seconds left. Going brain, or college. Okay, right. Diana is going to college. That's another way to help on mental. Okay, we've got 10 seconds left. Last breadcrumb. Act such that yesterday was the only easy day. Push yourself just a little bit more each day, just a little bit harder. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Embrace the suck. be more samurai karate chop chop. And with that, Dinah, can you say and cut? And cut. Boom. Boom. Got it.